Hi and welcome. My name is Julie of Crafty JuJu Designs and welcome to my tutorial of how I make my notepads, my little notepads. Today I'm going to show you how I make my small notepads, but the way I make them, I make all my notepads. So yeah, if you check out my Etsy shop online, link will be below, you can see everything I've made. And yeah, if you've got the time and patience, it's worth doing. You don't have to order a load. Like if you go to a company, you have to order quite a few to get decent prices. Whereas this way, when I make a new notepad, I only make two or three at a time, test the waters, see how they go down, and then if people want them, I can still make more. So this way I have learned through talking to fellow businesses, small businesses who know me on Instagram. Hi, thank you for your tips and tricks. So I just wanted to pass that on and show you guys how I do it. So first of all, to come to my patterns and images for the front of these, I open up a Canva, I use Canva, yes. I open up a Canva page the size I want the notebook to be, and I put my design on there. If you haven't got Canva, no worries, you can use other editing or design spaces. I don't actually have Illustrator or anything like that, so Canva is always my go-to. So yes, I design these all in Canva, save them as higher resolution as I can, and then I use just a standard HP desktop printer. It's just a home printer. The colours come out perfectly. I love the HP, so no advertisement here. No, don't get into this. I just want to let you know why I love the HP. It's the home printer, and I pay a monthly subscription, so I can print out X amount, depending on which tier you go. You can print out so many sheets. If you've run out of ink, because obviously doing things like this, it does use, mine especially is purple and pink base, so yeah, I get through that colour code quite a lot. They instantly send you new ink cartridges through the post, so there's, yes, you're paying a monthly fee, but you've got no on top fees for ink cartridges. So if you're doing things like this, like stationery businesses like this, it is worth looking into. I have upped my subscription so I can do things like this, because I only had it on 10 sheets a month at one point because no one was using it, whereas I've upped it now to, I think it's 50 sheets a month. And then if you don't use those, they do roll over as well, so you can use them next month. Anyway, I use the desktop HP printer to print all my sheets out after I've converted the image in Canva onto an A4 sheet. So I fit 6 of these little squares on one A4 sheet, and then I print out as many as I want. There's 20 sheets in each of these, so yeah. The paper I use is this one. Don't worry, I will put all the links down the bottom in the description part for you guys if you want to find them. Got this off of Amazon. I like it because it's thicker. It's 100 GSM paperweight. You can get thicker paper, but I've kind of come to like the thickness of this paper, and it's nice. Proper nice white paper as well. I don't know if it shows up very well here, but yeah, that's the paper I use. And then I buy a board like this. You can buy it in the size you want ready made. Again, I'll put links below, or cut it to your size. When it comes to square, I have to cut it to size because I haven't found them this size. So yeah, so it's like grey board, backboard. It's not too thick, but you can't bend it, so it gives you that stability for your notepad to sit on. So yeah, there's those. Also, you can cut them out by hand if you want, but good old little guillotine, that's all you need. If you've got the patience, yeah, get yourself a little guillotine, just a little A4 one. And then you need a brace. Now, you can buy these online as well, but my lovely husband made me these, so it's just some wood from B&Q, and then the fixtures from B&Q. So if you've got the tools and the know-how, it's simple as 2 holes through 2 pieces of wood and put your nut and bolt on, so then you can tighten it up. So yeah, you need some kind of brace. If you haven't got this, I'm sure having heavy weights in between heavy books perfectly works, but this, at least you know it's keeping it in place. So yeah, that's handy. Like I say, you can buy these ready made on Amazon, but I found for the cost of just one, my husband made me 5 different length sizes for a similar price. So yeah, if you know how, make them. It's cheaper and you'll get more for your money. And then we need a paintbrush. For the paintbrush is for putting the glue on. I use Pinflair Glue It. It's bookbinding glue. Again, I'll put the link below because I got this off of Amazon. This is the best stuff I found. I was recommended to use this, so thank you, because I was going to try the Mod Podge way. I did do the using Mod Podge, but I found the pages came apart and didn't stick so well, whereas this, put 1 or 2 thin coats on, it's perfect. So yeah, some bookbinding glue, and then to hold all the pages together, some crocodile clips. I call them right, crocodile clips. I've got these left over from years of having them and stuff, so that you might have some in your stash like me. So yeah, something to pin them together. I just find the crocodile clips are perfect. So I have gone through everything I'm using. Now let's get to the video footage, and you can I'll talk you through what I do. So here's my HP desk printer in the house. Just sent the sheets to it and it's happily printing away for me. Once these are printed, I have been given a tip that I want to pass on to you guys as well. Leave the sheets overnight with a heavy weight on top. I usually put the ream of paper on top of them. This then lets the paper settle and the ink settle before you start cutting, and I'm sure it actually helped me get a crisper cut. So there's me passing on the tip that I was given. So guys, as you can see, I've got my sheets all printed out now, and I'm going to use my guillotine. Like I said, you don't need anything special for cutting, just a standard guillotine like this works fine. In this guillotine I tend to do 3 sheets together at once because I find that's the best thing. Oh, excuse the guillotine, it's broken, but it still works. I dropped it after a week of owning it. But anyway, yes, I find 3 sheets at a time is more than enough for this guillotine to cope with. I could probably do more, but I don't want to risk the pages slipping. As you see, I keep tapping them to make sure they're all together. So yep, we just cut all the sides off. As you've seen, we'll go for this, and we'll carry on doing that until all the pieces are separated. There you go guys, all separated out. A nice little pile of notepad paper. Now on to the next sheets. As you can see here guys, they're all cut out now and ready in their piles of 20. Yep, in these pads I do 20 sheets of each, because hopefully you don't have to rant too many times. So now I've got all that done, it is time to put the pads together. So first of all, I have cut the backing boards already as well when I was cutting out all the paper to the same size. So there you go, there's the pad, there's the 20 pages, and then I'm going to back it with the thicker card, which say I'll put out all the items I've used in my description below so you can check it out for yourselves guys. So make sure they're in line and together. I always have leftover pieces from when I'm cutting the sheets that didn't cut so right or didn't print right, and I put 2 of those on the front just to make sure when I'm gluing, the glue doesn't then affix itself to the front page that I want you to see. So it's like a barrier, it's a safety barrier. I also ripped the bottom of the pad, those 2 pages, as you've just seen, as if to remind myself I need to remove those 2, and it's those 2 that don't belong. Once they're together, I clip them together with my crocodile clip so they don't move and they're all nicely snug together. And then I will carry on doing that with all the other piles. Now I've done all of those piles, it's time to get them in the braces so I can start gluing them. So as you can see, I've got my brace, I told you my husband made for me. It's very simple to make. If you've got the tools and the know-how, it's an easy job to make. And like I say, it saves you a lot of money. You get a lot more for your money going and buying the parts than you can. But if not, you can still buy them on Amazon. I say I'll put the link below that I found. So I get the pads and I put them in between the 2 pieces of wood. And then I want to brace those in between, so it holds them tight and in place for when the glue is being put on. So as you can see, I'm trying to line them up so it's only a small part that actually pokes through, because I don't need an awful lot of the pad poking through, but I just want enough that, yeah, so I can actually get the glue on. This one I noticed was not lined up so well, and then I noticed that the clips were actually in the way of the brace, so we'll just fold them back so they're out of the way and we'll start again. So yes, shake it open, put them through, make sure they're in the right place or where you wish for them to be. Like I say, this is my preferred placing, just so they're poking through, and then we'll tighten up the bolts just to get them nice and secure until they start giving some resistance. So it doesn't take much, you see. I'm not very strong, but it doesn't take much, and you see they're now in place. Just doing a double check to make sure they are secure, and there you can see the edges are just pointing through a little bit. That's where I'm going to put the glue. So yep, the glue is a bookbinding glue, it's called Glue It, and I got my little paintbrush. That's all you need, just a little paintbrush, nothing special. And yep, just get them in my hand and then just squeeze a small line amount along the paper pad that you've positioned, and then make sure all the parts are covered in this thin layer of glue. You don't want too much of this glue because it works best in thin layers. I tend to do 2 thin layers, so once this layer is dry I will put another second thin layer on top just for my security of anything. I don't know if it makes much difference, but in my head it makes a difference. You could put 3 layers on, but I don't think you need 3 layers. When I've done 2 it always seems enough and it holds it all in place. So yeah, we'll just get that spread out so there's no bumps or clumps of it or anything on bits of the paper I don't want. And there you go, just that's the first coat, and I say when that's dry I will put a second coat on top. Now for the rest. Right, once I've glued those, I'll leave them for overnight so I know definitely the glue is set, and then we'll undo the braces, and you'll see they may stick a little bit to top, but yeah, not much, but that's why we have those 2 pages on top as our barrier, just in case. Take the clip off, remove the top 2 barrier sheets, and there you go, a perfect notepad. So yeah, do it again with this one so you can see again. Take the 2 top layers off that I put on as extra buffers, pull them off nicely, make sure it's nice and smooth. Yep, all nice and smooth and glued, all the sheets are connected, and there's my pads. So yeah, this next bit is optional. I like to put a belly band around them and package them, especially when they are for orders or if I'm doing events. The packaging helps keep them nice and clean and tidy and together. So as you can see, I wrap my belly band around the notepad, use a little bit of double-sided tape to stick and affix the belly band to the back of the pad, and then I place it into a compostable bag and then seal it, and then that keeps it all nice and tidy and clean, so that if people are wanting to pick them up and have a look they can, or if they're for gifts they're already packed and ready to go. So yeah, that is optional, and that's how I finish off my pads. So there you go guys, I hope that made sense. In my head it always makes sense, but that's how we all are, isn't it? You talk yourself and you do things instantly without thinking sometimes when you get used to doing it. But yeah, it is simple to make these. I hope I've put that across to you guys. It is simple to make, and I hope you have fun making some. As you saw, I thought I'd show you how to make them as I was making an order up, my rant pads. So yes, I hope that has helped you guys a lot. So yeah, any questions, or if I have forgot to put anything in the description below, please shout. I'm very good at doing that. My brain sometimes just goes off on its own. So yes, I hope this tutorial has been great and useful for you guys. And if you make any, why don't you come back and share what you've made? Let me know. So guys, I'll see you soon, hopefully for another tutorial one day. Thanks for watching. Bye, love you.